Hello and welcome to the It's Your Effin' Journey podcast. My name is Melissa Hemming, and if a life coach and a therapist had a baby, you get me. I am en route to a paddleboard adventure today. So this is a really exciting weekend for me. So this is sort of how I live my life in the summer. I always will get a podcast episode out, but sometimes it can be really chaotic. I just feel like summer is so wonderful, but just so busy, and I'm okay with that. So this weekend, though, this is the weekend of July 24th, I don't even know what day it is. Today's the 25th. Yesterday was the 24th, Friday. Tomorrow's the 26th, Sunday. And I literally had no plans this weekend. And I am so excited about this. I have had like some tentative things that I could add to it or that I could do, but I've made no commitments to anything. And I just want to float in the breeze and see where life takes me next. And this is really exciting to me. So last night was National Tequila Day. So I met Allison and Alexis at TJ's Burritos. They had like deals on margaritas, margarita flights, street tacos. So we did that. I ended up running into like so many people in my life, and it's so funny. Like I've been meeting a lot more people who follow my social media or listen to the podcast out in real life. And I think I talked about this the other day, is I'm trying to be better about accepting compliments and just saying thank you for listening or thank you for being there, or I'm glad it made an impact. But it's funny, and it's funny when I run into people in real life. I know the ones who like me, who like enjoy it, right? Like, and I get it. Like, I'm not for everyone, and I get if I get it. There's people that I follow on social media or that I listen to sometimes, and I'm like, that person's so annoying. But sometimes there's a reason you don't want to stop following or whatever. But I can tell, like, in person, if someone's like, oh my God, I love you. And it's always just interesting to see the distinction, and I'm okay with it. Like, I get it. We're not for everyone. We're not supposed to be. So I am off enjoying this weekend. I was talking to one of my friends with benefits, and we were talking about the weekend last night, and he was like, what's on the plan? And I was like, I'm floating in the breeze. And he was like, well, what's on the list? And I'm like, there's no list. Then it wouldn't be floating through the breeze. I mean, there's things that I like to do. I like to get laid. I like to be on my paddleboard. I like to be outside. I like live music. I like concerts. I like friends and laughing. You know what I mean? Like, I like summertime things. So those are the types of things that I'll say yes to while I'm floating through the breeze. So I woke up today, took a little shower, took care of the doggies, went over, saw my friend, and now I'm heading for my paddleboard adventure. But I wanted to talk about, I fucking babbled for all this long, and I didn't even sing the song. What time is it? Podcast time. It's a celebration. What time is it? Podcast time. And how cute. My little friend, when I left his house, he was like, take this for your adventure. Like, seriously, what an amazing guy this has been for me. I had been like manifesting a friends with benefit situation that just really felt like reciprocal and easy. And it's funny because I almost passed on this guy, because when we first started talking, I forget exactly what it was that he said to me, but he like escalated things really fast in a sexual direction, which I'm okay with because that's all that I want. But there's also like still timelines that I think I have, and I don't know. I mean, I like to meet someone first, right? Like, you have to meet someone to see if there's chemistry, to see if there's a connection, to see if there's anything there. And anyway, so I ended up meeting him, and he's been so wonderful, just like a really good friend, really easy, really thoughtful. He's the one who gave me like my birthday gift of a Victoria's Secret gift card and my favorite candy. It's just a nice fucking guy. But anyways, I don't even know where I was going with that. So I wanted to talk about, I've talked a lot in the past about committing to a training plan. And, if you're gonna set a goal for yourself, really following through with those steps to get you to that goal, right? Like that's been like the premise of my fucking life, like this podcast, everything I talk about, you commit to doing what you say you're gonna do. You show up for yourself, you show up for your goal, and and because you're trusting in that journey, you don't have to worry about the fucking outcome. The outcome is the outcome. What we have to enjoy, if we're enjoying our life and we're being present, is enjoying the journey, all the fucking steps in the journey, not just part of the journey, all of the journey, right? The failures, the times we feel like idiots, the times we fuck up, the times that stupid shit comes out of our mouth. All of those things are the things that we have to have gratitude for, because if we don't stay in the present, if we don't recognize the now, if we don't enjoy the journey, then when whatever comes, your new job, the new money, a new man, you're not going to enjoy it then. That's the trick. That's the trick. So staying in, I've been talking a lot about gratitude this week. I always say that there's like themes in therapy, and there seems to be a lot of people that for whatever reason I've been talking about with gratitude this week, because it's such a simple hack. I call it a hack. I don't think it's really a hack, but a simple habit. And I can't tell you, even though I tell people and I go into it, I'm like, listen, it's backed in science. I believe in science. And then, and I convince them, like I sell them on the gratitude in that first session. And then the next session comes and I'm like, how did the gratitude go? And they're like, I'm really a grateful person. That's like what I hear that like 9 times a week. And I'm like, no, you can be a fucking grateful person. Like, la, I'm grateful for this day. But a gratitude practice is an actual practice. It's like saying that you're into fitness and you don't have a fitness regimen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be real with yourself. Having a gratitude practice is an actual act. But anywho's, I'm getting all over the place. So the difference of the other chats that I've had with you about goals and training and all of that is I don't think I've ever been fucking injured like this when I've had my podcast. And time is rapidly creeping. And, summer goes by so fast anyways. Maybe for the people who just love it so much like I do, like I am absolutely like panicking that it is July 25th. It makes me so sad that we are nearing August, and soon you're going to start to see like back to school pictures of people in other areas of the country that go back to school way sooner than we do. And I'm not ready. Like I'm not there yet. And not to mention I'm not there yet is Berlin is right around the fucking corner. And I don't even know how much I've talked about my injury on the podcast, but right now I'm on the struggle bus. I want to be careful with my words because I don't want to screw myself. But I have had this fucking butt injury for a while now. So I guess it's been from the end of May / beginning of June is when it started, because I was supposed to kick off Berlin training with doing the mainly marathons, full marathon. And instead of doing the full marathon, because my back was sort of sore, I did the half marathon. So I kicked off Berlin training with a half marathon, and then after that point was hurting. So I basically figured out that it was an isolated issue to a butt muscle. So there's some really angry muscle in my glutes. I've been in physical therapy. I've done the dry needling. I'm just taking it. I'm literally taking it week by week. But if you follow me on social media, and you have since, this World Marathon major adventure began really in 2023, when I'm fucking training, I pump out my mileage. There's nothing that gets me more excited than a training plan and following that training plan and showing up for yourself and feeling like such a badass. Like, what'd you do? I ran a half today, or I ran 15 miles today. And I love that. I love it. I love the fact that that the work you're putting in is building your endurance and your strength and your stamina and your belief in yourself so that you can crush your race. I love all of that, the mechanics of it. Like there's, some people who believe like you don't have to train for distances like that. And, again, it's your effing journey, right? This journey is mine, and I just love a training plan. I love, other than like a couple different times, I feel like other than this time, I've remained pretty injury free in my running career, of my Olympic running career. No, I'm just kidding. Not at all Olympic running career. I think you know that though. So now I'm taking it week by week. And what do you do? What do you do if you have a big race like this and you are on the struggle bus, or you're injured, or maybe your training has just, like, I think when people sign up for fall races, summer running is hard as fuck. Like, it is so hard. I can't even tell you, I've had to reduce my pace because of this injury, because I'm just trying to take it slow. I'm not trying to like overuse the glute. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm trying to do, but everything takes so much longer. It's so much hotter. So you really have to give yourself grace. And I mean, honestly, training in the winter's no better with the snow and snowstorms. There's no great time to train for a marathon. They all come with their struggles. But what do you do? What do you do if you're injured and your race is coming? And this is what I will tell you. And this is what I'm doing for myself is, again, I'm taking this week by week. I usually have a very strict regimen of following my mileage. 4 days a week I run. I usually strength train 5 days a week, and that's that. And I do all the other fun things that I like to do. Now I am greatly reducing all of that. So last week I decided I still did 4 days a week of running, but I kept them all at 5Ks, because I feel like at this point it's the consistency of running that I want to keep up, and I want to keep at least some base mileage. I set the goal of this week doing 3 days a week of 5S and doing a half marathon on Friday. I did not do the half marathon on Friday, and that was super discouraging to me, because now my highest mileage was a half marathon 2 weeks ago. And there's some things in my favor. So these are also things that you have to think about too, is what is your running level ability? I have 16 marathons under my belt. So my body knows what this feels like. My body knows what a marathon feels like. My body knows how to be on my feet for 6+ hours if I have to be. So there's those things you have to take into consideration too. Also, the race. This is the Berlin fucking Marathon. I would probably have to have like a limb like dangling off of me to not try to accomplish or finish this race. I mean, you have to think about your injury. Are you going to harm yourself? If I even did a little bit of damage to myself or was on the couch for longer after completing the fucking Berlin Marathon, like, this is my 6th star. So you can't stop me from running this race, right? Like, but I also am going to adjust and hopefully get to a place where this is going to feel okay when I'm doing it. So you may have to adjust your goal. Like, let's say I was going in originally wanting to PR at the Berlin Marathon and I'm injured. You have to rethink those goals. So your goal might go from a PR to just crossing that finish line, and remembering that it's finish lines over finish times. So what else can you do? You can enjoy the shit out of that race. Like, if you watch like the Berlin Marathon videos on TikTok or Instagram, it's like a big fucking party. So like, I'll be drinking my beer. I'll be, taking shots. Whatever it takes to get me through, that day. And also, I know, like, if I think of some of the quietest marathons I ever did, like the Narragansett Marathon, holy shit. Like, I don't think I would not, if that was my goal race and I was injured, I would just see if I could defer it. Like, if it's a smaller race, or even, I shouldn't even say a smaller race. It could be the Hartford Marathon. If you're weeks out and you're injured and your training's been derailed, see if you can defer it to the next year. Set another goal for yourself. Maybe you do, if your goal was a marathon, do a half marathon. If your goal was a half marathon, do a 10K. Do what you can, and maybe challenge yourself to a new distance that won't injure yourself. So I think it's a matter of just changing up. So now I'm changing up what this looks like to me. So because of how I felt this week with my runs, I'm going to keep doing 4 days a week this week of all 5Ks to keep the consistency. And then I go on a vacation. And the day that I get back from vacation is Anchor Down. Anchor Down is the 6-hour trail. Cybertruck, fucking douchebag. It's the 6-hour trail run in Rhode Island. It's so beautiful. It's overnight. So I do, it's called an ultra. I don't do an ultra. I do the 6 hours, which gets you 22 miles. So I'm going to go into that with a fresh butt, fresh legs. And I'm going to see how it goes. You know, I'm not going to do anything heroic. If I'm injured and I can't go on, I can't go on, you know. But that will be, hopefully, no matter what, I'll have some sort of a long run. And who knows what that will, I'm not going to go any more forward than that. I have my plan for the next 2 weeks until I'll Anchor Down. I almost call it Ultra Down. Till Anchor Down, I'll do Anchor Down and then see what's up. See what's up. So if you're injured, if you're in the struggle bus, if you have a fall marathon coming up, just figure out what you need to do. Do you need to alter your plan? Do you need to give yourself some grace? You know, if this is a distance that you've done before, a couple times like me, maybe, you know, your body probably knows what it's doing, and you know, see what happens. You can always, this is the thing is, I think you always can try, but also please don't hurt yourself out there. So DNFing it can be really hard. I did that. Remember Hartford Half 2023, ran the Chicago Marathon on Sunday, and I'm like, I'm gonna do the Hartford Half because I feel so good. And my knee was like, no the fuck you won't. And I took the walk of shame off that course. It felt like shit. So if you are going to beat yourself up, well, don't beat yourself up. Don't do that. Because and then I went back the next year and I ran it and I got it back. Don't beat yourself up. DNFing, what's worse? Do not start or do not finish? I don't know. You got to know your body, and it's your effing journey. So don't care about what other people think about the decision that you make, because only you know your body. So if you're well enough to start, be okay with the DNF. If you're not well enough to start, get a deferral. Change your goal. But yeah, this has been a mind fuck for me, because out of all the world major marathons, like, your girl crushed her training, like every fucking marathon training cycle. You know, the taper would come and the hay's in the barn. I did the work and I was so proud of it. I tried to embrace imperfection, but I really did a really good, like that. I'm perfectly imperfect, but like marathon training, I'm like pretty close to perfect. Like, maybe not pace wise, but distance. I always I always was proud of myself for that. And now here we are. And I'm going into legitimately the biggest race of my life undertrained. Good thing is, I feel like mentally I've been training for this my whole life. What's the message from the universe? You can do it imperfectly, or you can make it happen. I don't know what the message will be. I guess we'll see in Berlin when I run this fucking race. Totally underprepared. But I got this. I got you. You got this. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Love you. Screenshot this, put it in your stories, tag me, send it to a friend. Thank you for being here. Mwah!